Hello, this is to bring to the attention of the Prince George's County government leadership of the problem that's being administered by the officers in the Prince George's County Police Department and also the school, elementary school principal and other leaders in the community with regards to the issuance of tickets to the parents in neighborhoods that do not have sidewalks for the elementary school students to walk on. I'm talking about elementary school students who are having to cross extremely busy highways and the pre-K students almost being hit by automobiles rushing for the persons crossing the busy or driving on the busy street to get to work, and the elementary school students crossing the busy street in order to try and get to school early in the morning, as early as 7:30 in the morning. We're talking about 5 and 6 year old, some of them pre-K students and first graders and etc., walking to school down streets in the neighborhood that does not have sidewalks. We're talking about busy streets. And this is a police department. It's your headquarters, as you can see in Prince George's County. You notice the first thing that you see out front is a sidewalk. While the children that are going to schools in the neighborhood that we're going to be showing you do not have sidewalks, no place in the neighborhood to walk on. They have to walk in the street in order to get to school. It's in the neighborhood of the Suitland Camp Springs area. What you see on this slide here is a invitation for you to become associated with the associations in the neighborhood, Suitland area of the Prince George's County area, which is in, well, we know all where Suitland is located. There used to be a huge plantation and is now grown and has quite a few, well, people in the neighborhood. It's the home of the nation's Census Bureau. If you don't know where the Suitland is, if you ever visit or have a tendency to know about the Census Bureau, it's where it's located in Suitland, Maryland. And this is not about Census Bureau nor Suitland, Maryland. Just want to give an idea. If you're living in the area of the Suitland Census Bureau area and anywhere in the Camp Springs, Suitland area, you may want to become a part of any of the associations there that even Suitland or Temple Hills. And I'm going to give you information with regards to both. This is the Temple Hills or Camp Springs, that is. Camp Springs, I did say Temple Hills, but Camp Springs, the reason I said that because it's easy to get the mix up of the area, because all of these areas in the prior to the current time were plantations, many of them. We won't get into that. But anyway, Prince George's County is a diversity of a whole lot of communities that without having townships. And Suitland is one that does not have a township or mayor, and neither does Camp Springs have a mayor. And those cities in Prince George's County that have mayors are somewhat different than those areas like Suitland and Camp Springs who do not have a mayor. And the local tax dollars that goes into the state that's paid by the citizens that live in these areas like Camp Springs and Suitland, those dollars are kept into the state budget. Here are some of the responsibilities of the Prince George's County Department of Transportation. It's called the DPW&T. Well, I underlined for you to see one of the responsibilities are sidewalks. The neighborhoods we're going to now show you in this presentation is this primary subject of this presentation, to show you that there are no sidewalks. This is the elementary school that are issuing the tickets. The police officers are issuing tickets for parents who are dropping their children off at this local school, and there are no place for the students to be dropped off other than in the street, because the sidewalk is on the campuses of the school. And we've asked the principal to allow the parents to drop the children off on the parking lot of the school as opposed to dropping them off in the street around the school with no sidewalks. But we have not yet gotten that response back from the school. You notice the signs out in front of the school is indicating that it is a school, and also has a no parking or no standing at any time. And the police officers in the Prince George's County community are where the parents drop the children off. The police officers are issuing tickets for the persons who are standing long enough to drop the children off. They are not parked. They are only stopping to drop the children off, but yet being issued citations for that. And other than to drop them off in the street, where the parents have to pull down the street and drop them off in the street, because as we're going to show you, there are no sidewalks down the street. There's a park on the right hand side of this slide, but you notice there are no sidewalks. There are trees there, which is okay, but there should be sidewalks on either side of the trees in order to allow the children to walk to the school, as opposed to having to walk in the going to school. This is all so pictures leaving the school. You notice the neighborhood have no sidewalks in the neighborhood. You know, those children that are walking down this particular street on their way to the apartment buildings across a very busy highway. I'm talking about pre-K students leaving this school without having to walk on sidewalk, has no choice but to walk in the street. And many of those children are accompanied mornings and evenings by their parents, but there are many also who are not accompanied by their parents, coming and going from the school down these particular streets that you see here with no sidewalks on the street. This particular one, as I said earlier, is leaving the neighborhood. Here's one that's in the neighborhood where the children also are leaving the schools. It's just to show you how long the street is and how far the students, underage pre-K students, have to walk through the neighborhood where there are no sidewalks. Only place that the children can walk is in the street, and those parents who are bringing their children to the school are being issued citations by the county for having to stop near the school or in front of the school. Not being permitted to get on the school parking lot is unfair, and what should not be that way. And this is the purpose for this video, is to show you what needs to be done or should be addressed by the county in order to take care of this matter. I'm going to close this, but I did just want you to see what is happening in this process. Okay, so this is a parking lot where the school is located, and we've asked that the children could be dropped off on the parking lot, and there's the end of the parking lot where the parents could turn around after they drop the children off on the parking lot, who then could enter either side of the building to go into the building, as opposed to being dropped off on the street. But the primary purpose of this also is to show the county why it's so necessary to put sidewalks in the neighborhood where the elementary school is located. Don't know if there are any other elementary schools in the neighborhoods throughout Prince George's County, but we are asking that the Department of Transportation in the county please take note of this video, which is showing you where and how important it is for the students to have sidewalks to walk on, as opposed to being issued citations by the county for those police officers, many of them who don't even live in the county. Many of them come up from out adjacent counties around Prince George's County, like Montgomery, like other counties, and they'll come in Charles County. They'll come up to the county line, leave their cars, and get into the police cars to patrol the county when the police officers don't live in the neighborhood that they are patrolling. That's the point of this. So we do need this addressed as soon as possible. Thank you for your attention. Bye-bye.